Hello everyone. So in the last video I was explained about the introduction to amphibians. So today let us know about the general characteristics of a class Amphibia. So in the general characteristics, so first of all, habitat. So where the organisms live. So as you know, amphibians are the vertebrates that are adapted to live on land as well as in water. So that is amphibious mode of life. So amphibian inhabits fresh water and moist land. So come to the next, body form. So body variously considerably in form. It may be depressed or cylindrical, and body is divisible into head, neck, trunk and tail in some form, or only into head and trunk in some of the form of amphibia. So you can see here in the image. So salamander, which is look like lizard. So that body is divisible into head, neck, trunk and tail. If you look at the frog, so only here body is divisible into head, trunk, so tail is absent, only presence of head and trunk. So like this, some of the form, so body is divisible into head, neck, trunk and tail, and some of the amphibia only presence of head and trunk. So let us come to the next, the skin of the amphibians. So the skin is usually soft, slimy and moist. So skin glands are found in the skin. So it is highly vascular and respiratory. So it is permeable, so that the amphibians cannot tolerate salt water. And the skin of the amphibians, so scales are generally absent. So some have dermal scales embedded in the skin and presence of chromatophores. So due to the presence of skin gland, so skin is very soft, slimy and moist. So and highly vascularized and permeable. So next is appendages. So most forms have two pairs of pentadactyl limbs. You already know the amphibians, which are include the group of superclass tetrapoda. So tetrapoda, that includes vertebrates with two pairs of pentadactyl limbs and adapted for terrestrial mode of life. So here most of the forms have two pairs of pentadactyl limbs with 4 to 5 or fewer digits. So in this image you can see here, so frog. So frog, 4 limbs which have only 4 digits and hind limbs having 5 digits, that is pentadactyl limbs. So presence of two pairs. In the center there is a presence of red salamander, and in the last there is the ichthyophis. So here presence of limbs, that is two pair of limbs present and having pentadactyl, so that is 4 to 5 or fewer digits. So one pair or both the pairs of limbs are absent in some cases, in the case of ichthyophis. So ichthyophis doesn't have any limbs. Okay, so ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಸೊ ಆರ್ಥ್ವಮ್ ಥರ ಇದೆ ನೋಡಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾವುದೇ ಲಿಮ್ಸ್ ಬಂದುಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇಲ್ಲಿಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಆಬ್ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ಲಿ. So in the case of frog and salamander, there is a presence of pair of limbs So the digits are mostly without claws, nails or hoofs and often have webs. So claws, nails ಇದ್ರೆ ಇರಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲಾಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಸೊ ಮೋಸ್ಟ್ಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲ ಇಲ್ಲಿ. ಸೊ ವಿಥೌಟ್ claws and nails and have webs. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, in the case of a frog you can see here web. So in between the digit there is a presence of web in the foot. So presence of web. There are no paired fins. So ಇಲ್ಲಿ fins ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಇರಲ್ಲ. In the case of fishes there is a presence of fin, but in the case of amphibians there are no paired fins. Median fins may occur but lack fin rays. So this is about the appendages. So here appendages are two pairs of pentadactyl limbs with 4 to 5 or fewer digits. So in some cases one pair or both the pairs of limbs are completely absent. Now next, so I'll come to the endoskeleton. So endoskeleton of the amphibians. So endoskeleton is largely bony. So the skull is bicondylar. So here skull is bicondylar in nature. That means it is made up of two occipital condyles articulate with the first vertebra of the backbone. Okay, so here bicondylar, bi means two. So here skull is made up of two occipital condyles which are articulate with the first vertebra of the backbone. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ? ಫಸ್ಟ್ ವರ್ಟಿಬ್ರಾ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಬ್ಯಾಕ್ ಬೋನಿಗೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ಸ್ಕಲ್ ಈಸ್ ಬೈಕಾಂಡಿಲಾರ್. ಸೊ ಅಪ್ಪರ್ ಜಾ ಈಸ್ ಫ್ಯೂಸ್ಡ್ ವಿತ್ ಸ್ಕಲ್. Ribs, if present, are not attached to the sternum. Okay, so this is about the endoskeleton. Next, coelom. So coelom means nothing but cavity. So here coelom consists of two unequal compartments. So one is anterior small pericardial cavity that contains the heart. Okay, so one cavity is anteriorly. So anterior small pericardial cavity that contains the heart, and the second one is spacious pleuroperitoneal cavity which has all other viscera except the kidneys. Okay, so here presence of two unequal compartments, coelom that consists of two unequal compartments. Anterior one is pericardial cavity which is small and that contains heart, and second one is spacious pleuroperitoneal cavity which contains viscera except the kidney. Then while coming to the next, digestive system. So digestive system of amphibians. So presence of mouth. So mouth is usually large and armed with small teeth in the upper or both the jaws. Tongue is protrusible. Alimentary canal lead into the cloaca. So here alimentary canal, urinary and reproductive tracts open into a common chamber that is called as cloaca, which open to the exterior. So this is the digestive system. So here alimentary canal leads into the cloaca. So cloaca is the common chamber which open to the exterior of the body. The next is respiratory system. So respiration takes place by gills, lungs, lining of buccopharyngeal cavity and skin. So here gills are always present in the larval stage but may persist in the adult stage. in some cases. So some form have vocal cords. So respiration, that is by gills, lungs, lining of buccopharyngeal cavity and skin, either separately or in combination. So respiration takes place. Then look at the next character, that is circulatory system. So in the circulatory system, so heart is 3-chambered. So 2 auricles and 1 ventricle, and also presence of sinus venosus and truncus arteriosus are present. So heart is 3-chambered. It receives and pumps both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. So such heart is called pulmonary heart, which receives and pumps both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. So in the case of amphibia, so heart is 3-chambered, 2 auricles and 1 ventricle. So such heart is called pulmonary heart, which pumps and receives both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. And the red blood corpuscles are oval, biconvex and nucleated. So this is about the circulatory system. Now next, nervous system. So nervous system of amphibians have brain. So brain is well developed. So brain has a smooth cerebral hemisphere and a small cerebellum. There are presence of 10 pairs of cranial nerves in the nervous system. So well developed brain. So next, coming to the sense organs. So sense organs, in that olfactory sacs are paired and dorsal. So here presence of olfactory sacs, those are nothing but smelling sacs. So olfactory sacs are paired and dorsal. They communicate with the anterior part of the buccopharyngeal cavity by internal nares. Eyes often have movable lids and tear glands to protect and clean them in air. So next is, so eyes which covered by a membrane that is calling as nictitating membrane, and presence of tympanic membrane, that is nothing but eardrum. So middle ear with a single auditory ossicle is present in addition to the internal ear. There is no external ear. You can see in this image. So here presence of nostril, mouth, tympanic membrane, that is nothing but eardrum. So internal ear is present, but there is no external ear. And lateral line. So lateral line sense organs are present in the larvae and in the adult aquatic forms. So this is about the sense organ. So now next is excretory system. So excretory system, here kidneys are mesonephric. So waste material is removed mostly as urea. So a large bladder to store urine is developed as a diverticulum of the cloaca. So kidneys are the excretory system, contains kidney. So waste material is here urea. So presence of large bladder to store urine, which developed as a diverticulum of the cloaca. So next is reproductive system. So sexes are separate. Copulatory organs are absent here. So gonads are paired and gonoduct which lead into the cloaca, so that fertilization either external or internal. So here most forms are oviparous. So oviparous means you already know, egg laying organism. So while coming to the life history, so life history includes an aquatic larval stage that is known as a tadpole. So tadpole larva, so which metamorphoses into an adult. So hence here development is indirect, and there is no embryonic membranes are formed. Eggs are mesolacethal. So eggs have some yolk, or eggs contain moderate amount of yolk. They are enclosed in a coat of jelly and are usually laid in water. And cleavage is holoblastic but unequal. So no embryonic membrane are formed. So due to the metamorphosis, development is indirect. So next character is body temperature. So your body temperature is poikilothermos. That means body temperature is variable. So their body temperature is change according to the surrounding environment. So hence here the organisms are cold-blooded. It is also calling as poikilothermos or cold-blooded. So body temperature is variable, and most forms are undergo hibernation in winter and some estivation in dry summer. So this is because to avoid unfavorable temperature. So amphibians inhabit, as you know, amphibians inhabit the freshwater and moist land. So their interesting features that includes the ability to change color, power of regeneration, curious breeding habits, and mode of passing winter. So amphibians show advancement over the fishes in having limbs, articular processes, protrusible tongue, lungs, three-chambered heart, eyelids, middle ear, and urinary bladder. So amphibians show advancement over the fishes. So here examples are ichthyophis, salamander, hyla, buffo, rhacophorus, etc. So these are the characteristics of the class amphibia. So that once again I repeat, so amphibians are the first group of vertebrates that are adapted to live on both land and water. So that is, they adopt the amphibious mode of life. So they are poikilothermic, cold-blooded animals. So the skin is usually soft, slimy, and moist. So skin glands are found in the skin, and it keeps the skin always slimy and moist. Scales are absent, and they are tetrapoda. That means presence of a pair of pentadactyl limbs. Eyes have movable eyelid, tympanum or eardrum is present. So respiration takes place by the gills, lungs, skin or buccal cavity. So as in a heart is made up of three-chambered. So right auricle, left auricle, and one ventricle. It receives and pumps both oxygenated and deoxygenated blood. So such heart is calling as pulmonary heart. And the aquatic larval stage, that is called as a tadpole, which metamorphoses into an adult, hence development is indirect. And they are oviparous. Eggs are mesolacethal and no embryonic membrane are found. So this is about the general characteristics of class Amphibia. Thank you.